What's up, guys? It's Philly215 here, and today I'll be playing a 2v1 in two different parts. I'm trying to make this, I guess, a new series. I'm actually playing with Wildest Cupid 6, who is actually aka Doomhammer. It's his other account, and pretty much I didn't plan for this at all. We just started up a game, and he literally just blew up his base and said, "Get him, Tiger." And me not being like the most amazing player in the world at Halo Wars, I was pretty on the rocks. So to start off, I go for my second base because I mean I'm RB. I said fuck it. I mean, you know, might as well have a double suicide rush, something like that, and get my second base while I do so. So he gets a second base, which makes me believe that he's, you know, not gonna do this. Keep in mind, this is the first time that he does it, so I didn't know at all that he was going to do it. So pretty much just collecting money with my scout, waiting for my second to come up. He blows up his second. I'm like, oh, good idea. You know, you're tricking the enemy. They don't know that you did second base. You know, maybe he's gonna rush or do something. You know, time goes on a little bit more. Base is about to come up. I'm sending my scout to go collect that second supply of money. Then he gives me all this money, and I'm like, what the hell? Why did you just give me all that? I'm like, alright, whatever, that's a good ass start. I'm about to go, you know, go fuck him up. So, set my rally point, I'm locking my base. Next thing I know, I look over, and his base is gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? And that's when he's like, oh, you got this game in the bag. So I'm like, I don't really know about that. I don't really know if I got it in the bag. But just setting my scout for that next rally point of where money's going to be. I'm just setting everything up for the rush, and I'm honestly just pretty nervous. I've done 2v1s before, but not right off the bat of a game. So yeah, I was pretty not knowing what's gonna happen. So I got my supply pads building. I'm waiting just now for my temple to come up so I can pretty much start building suicides and go in and do some considerable damage. I actually didn't believe that he did it, because I still seen his scout, and I thought he had like a pocket of money that I didn't know about until it said that he was defeated. Like, I thought he was gonna get his base back, and that's when it kind of like sunk in that it was really real. I'm like, wow, I'm really 1v2ing two people right now. So I send my RB, I research blades, and I start researching suicides. Normally I would just build a fuckload of suicides, but I'm against two people. I need everything on my side that I can get. I'm on top of my game building suicides every chance I can get. I have my scout looking for money, because once again I could use every ace in the sleeve that I can get. Doom actually tells me, I send my scout over there to go get money. Doom actually tells me to get that reactor, because I double based, and on top of that it's 2v1. I need to get that reactor. So I'm gonna look a little sloppy here, but I try and send just one suicide through the teleporter, and then the next one tries to go, and you know, I don't want them all going through, so I'm trying to slow it down, relock my base, start building more. Send this one to the reactor. This moron doesn't even ram them. I mean, I don't really believe that would have killed them. The flood would have eventually killed them, though, if he had done that, probably. So here I start. I see that vehicle depot immediately, and I'm like, wow, really? Like, they're not even like doing stupid shit. So I said, fuck it, going right for that. He tries to ram me. I don't give a fuck. Start trying to suicide that when I believe here comes a tank. So immediately I give no time to waste. I don't want them to build up. Rage that scout, start raging down his tank, destroyed his vehicle depot, and this, you know, don't quote me on this, but this was a horrible move. I actually wasted some suicides on that. It was only, I think, one though. Then I send the rest to hit that reactor. Still building suicides. At this point, it's all up in the air. Like, I didn't really know what I was going to do after the suicide move. I still have that second reactor power that, you know, my grunt is fighting off the flood. So this guy is now down one vehicle depot, one reactor. you know, I wouldn't say that he's horribly screwed, but he's probably definitely not prominent on money of being where he wants to be. The plan was actually to, after destroying this reactor, to go to the other guy, and that's what I actually ended up doing because he self-destructed it there. I'm on my way to this guy's base when I do realize I upgraded supply pad right there because I haven't been doing that. I do realize this guy has a barracks, so I said, fuck it, I don't want no shit coming over to help this guy, so I just decided to destroy it. Should be, I guess I'm building another, suicide, I guess? I don't really know. This game was yesterday, so I don't remember right off the bat. There we go, I'm upgrading that supply pad now. I don't remember right off the bat everything that I did. So now this retard's chasing me. Of course, I mean, I would expect him to have something at this point. I do notice, or Doom points out, I believe, that there's a base in the back, so I'm going to that. I recycle one of those to, I think, upgrade a supply pad. So now I go over here, and before I even get there, he destroys it. So I go back to dude's base, trying to still build suicides, because I don't know. I just pulled one out of the teleporter. That was kind of funny. I almost actually blew up my base right there. That wasn't a big gun. I'm just upgrading supply pads now. Got my other base upgraded. About to build a summit, and I'm just, you know, everything's up in the air right now. I mean, I don't know what's going down. I don't even know at the moment that this guy has a shield. Then I notice he has a shield, and I'm like, well, fuck it. I put this all towards something. I think the smarter move would have been to go to the other guy's base and start suicide and shit, but I said, fuck it, I'm just suiciding the fuck out of this guy. He brings out a healer, at which point I'm like, wow, what the fuck. So, I start raging it. He tries to actually move it away, which doesn't work at all. And I end up raging his guy down. I keep raging his fucking shield though, and it was fucking pissing me off. But eventually I managed to get the rhythm of where I should put the analog stick, and I raged him down. So then I go back over to check if a second base was made finally. Build another summit, because I'm trying to double pump. And as you say. I think I should be still upgrading supply pads, or no, I'm researching boost right now. Set my rally point away because I don't want them to know that I'm building air yet. I mean, kind of a dead giveaway that I'd be going air, but you know, whatever. So I come over here. There's no second base, so I'm like, all right, sweet. These guys are at least somewhat on my level. I mean, the one guy should have like upgraded supply pads or something, but so do I. So. I start building while I want to upgrade supply pads. So I just started building one air as I upgrade the supply pad. I come over because I seen a scout, realized he still didn't build a base, so I'm like, whatever. Come back. I believe I start building another. So I'm like, I'm trying to upgrade my supply pads, but I'm trying to, even if it's slow, build some units. So instead of just upgrading supply pad to supply pad. So by now I got a good amount of supply pads upgraded to the point where I could start double pumping and still do what I want. I come over to this guy's base. I'm just trying to buy time now, because I'm not putting any money into my Arbiter. And at which point I'm just trying to pump shit. So I'm trying to get them to waste money. I'm trying to get them to be stalled and not do any big moves. So I go after that hall or barracks, whatever, and I'm just really circling around his base. I really have no plan on what's going down right now. I'm just double pumping air. Keep in mind, Doomhammer is watching all this happening. It's not like he just blew up his base, said get him, and then, you know, went and played another game or something. Like, he's still watching all this. He's still giving me pointers on everything that's going down for anything that I don't notice. At this point, there's still no second base, so I'm like, I'll go back to this guy's base, because the other guy has a shield. It'd be pointless to go there.
What shall I do?
I think, yeah, right here I end up running into this guy.
Local units.
Starting to get a good little pop of air going. Got all upgraded supply pads. Doomhammer, actually, I don't know if I do it right now, but he actually tells me that I should invest in upgrading my
What
base
is needed?
in case this guy does go vampires, because then I could switch it up and try and counter the best I can. So I set my rally point because my base is locked, so I don't have to worry about them coming through just yet. So now I send them through because this guy has a vehicle depot going. I don't want him making anything. I want him to stay on the same page as me, so at least I'm facing one guy. Criticize me if you want. I did not move my air when this guy started to vortex. I realized this guy stopped whatever he was building, so I focused all my shit on the leader. Still trying to double pump everything through. This guy ends up killing my leader. And yeah, this guy was vortexing my ship, but he's also hitting his homie's vehicle depot a little bit, so I don't know. I probably should have moved it, but it's not like I had repeating cannon. Also, I noticed that I'm getting jacked here. I'm trying to find which one he's jacking. I can't quite find it, and then I realize it's that one right there, but by then he had damaged it so much with the vortex, it was kind of useless. I end up turning on the Spartan. This guy doesn't have a vehicle depot anymore because I destroyed it, or I actually think his homie destroyed it. I upgrade my base, and I plan on going for a repeating cannon. This guy, he doesn't really got too much going on. I start trying to just destroy shit on his base before I go to blue and see what's going on with that. Okay, so my Citadel just came in. I'm trying to destroy the supply pad before I aim on this barracks real quick. I don't really care about the barracks just yet. I build a shield, haul. Now I know I should have probably just went shield and put my money towards something current, but I had a little bit of money to spare. So I'm pretty much just slowly destroying everything on this guy's base. Blue's nowhere in sight, so it's kind of giving me the idea that he doesn't really have anything. I mean, and if he does, maybe he's building up. I don't know. I don't really care because I'm destroying everything on this other guy's base, and nobody's doing shit about it. So I transport the other 7 Banshees I have over here, and I pretty much just single-handedly start destroying everything on this guy's base. My shield goes up. I decide to upgrade this base too, start really get the ball rolling. And at this point I select those 7 units, destroy that reactor, select these 6 right there to keep destroying that supply pad. I end up, I don't know what I ended up doing with that other one.
Citadel upgrade complete.
Okay, so Citadel just came in. I'm putting shield, another barracks. Still trying to make Banshees because I don't know that this guy's going anti-air yet. I don't know if that's happening. Pretty much at this point, everything on this guy's base is just fucked up. So I'm thinking he has to have a second. Something has to go down because if not, this guy's out of the game. He's destroying reactors, so I'm under the impression that maybe he's trying to, you know, save money for something. I don't quite know. So I start making anti-air. Just for the fact that if this guy is making anti-air, I would at least try my best to see if I can match it. I stopped going Banshees because I have enough Banshees. Send my units over to the back. I catch him trying to build a base, which doesn't go down. I end up destroying it, and I end up tracking those units down that he used to buy that base, which are right over there. Still at the moment trying to keep up my build. I end up getting what is it, stasis drain or something like that with my vampires.
Enemy engagement.
I end up killing all this guy's units. I don't know if he's defeated just yet. I don't know yet.
All units.
Yep, he's defeated. So he's defeated. Now it's a 1v1. I send my vampires there. I send my banshees there. Pretty much I don't have any room to really upgrade or make anything. I have room to upgrade, but I build a jackal to go take the reactor to my left as I'm doing all this. At this point I do see that he has vampires, but I wasn't really keeping track of what's going on with my units. I send my jackal right here. I come back and my fucking whole army's fighting the flood. I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn, start fighting them. I don't even think I have stasis drain yet, so I don't stasis them. Actually I do, but I didn't notice that I did. At this point, I thought I actually was screwed because I didn't realize this was all this guy's units right here. So after I pretty much destroy them, I think his leader shows up at some point, and try to make sure my units don't fight the flood. I have about $1,000, so I just start building units as they're dying. He has a healer on his leader. I end up killing the healer, and I end up just putting my units on the move because they have repeating cannon and you know, all that good stuff where they're going to be firing as they're moving. So I'm keeping them away from that leader so I don't get vortexed again like earlier. As soon as this shield drops, I focus my units on the temple so he can't be building anything if he does have a second base. He didn't actually end up taking that reactor, big mistake. I take it. And by this point he destroys his temple. I get a, what is it? I think I get sacrifice here, and then I get what's it called? Suicide banshees or whatever you call them. He starts destroying everything on his base, and eventually his leader actually comes over to me. So pretty much just waiting for those upgrades to come in. My Jackal's doing fine. He starts vortexing me. I send all my units to hit him, but I individually select 3 units to keep hitting the base just so that shield does not come up. He ends up pretty much dying. So he's dead. This base, his shield's still not coming up. And yeah, that's practically, I wouldn't call it game in case he had like a backup plan and another base, but it's pretty much game. He has no leader. I send some units there, some units to the back, and I end up defeating this guy. So that was awesome. Couldn't believe that one went down the way that it did. You know, Doomhammer's just ecstatic. He's like, yo, you just fucked them up. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it was hilarious. So we end up getting into another game. Where I actually had just started recording right there. You didn't miss anything. It was the very beginning of the game. It was 5 seconds in. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, that was fucking awesome. This was the very next game, by the way. And, you know, we're actually against generals this game. Who actually are at least know how the game works. So I'm just collecting my money, and I'm like, dude, that was crazy. Are you gonna take that second base, or what's going on? I'm like, definitely don't do that shit to me again. I don't want to try and do that again. And doesn't take long for him to be a D-bag and do it again. It's actually right here. He gives me a bunch of money, which is the sign that he's going to do that. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? He blows up his base. So at this point, I'm like, oh my god, you know, I just went through a game that I wasn't sure I was gonna win. Now I'm doing it again with people who are potentially better. So I double base because that's probably my only chance in hell. My leader comes out because I was actually setting up for just a normal game where I went in and stalled. But it was a good move that I did that, just because now it's 2-on-1. I want to get my guy out as soon as possible. Doomhammer saying to go over there, sending my scout to go try and find money. I don't even know why the fuck this asshole is collecting money, because it's not like he could even give it to me. So I send my guy to collect this money. At which point I'm pretty much broke at the moment. I really don't have a lot but like 1 suicide. 1 or 2 to put into this base when I show up. Because as you see, my money's slow as shit. I have nothing building on my base. I'm like, wow. So I have actually 2 grunts right now. 2 suicides. But now he's defeated. I'm like, holy shit. So I show up. This base is building. I'm praying to God that it doesn't upgrade at any moment when my suicides come in. I put 2 into the base. I build another one. Base falls. I'm like, alright, thank God. I go to this guy's base. At which point, it's all up in the air. I don't know what's about to go down. I don't know if I'm going to show up to a bunch of turrets. I don't know if this guy's going to just have 1 supply pad and be a retard. Still sending my scout to go collect money. Still trying my best to build suicides while I'm building shit on my base. I end up coming in. This guy's got a considerable amount built. I send my arbiter hit the one building and the suicide to hit the one that's already built. And it just ends up freezing. The suicide doesn't want to move. It just gets locked up. I'm trying to move it. One suicide's like trying to move, and they're just stupid. They don't want to do anything that I'm telling them to do. It's quite a pain in the ass. They don't want to do it. So at this moment, yellow could be making anything in the world right now. I'm really like, wow, this isn't going the way that I planned. It should definitely be going faster. At which point, I see a bunch of warthogs, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta save up some money here. So I wait no time. I go into rage mode, or I try. Here goes my rage. I start raging, doing my best. So then they D-bomb me. Thankfully, I killed those two. I suicide this turret because I'm trying to stay in there. I'm trying to not be pushed out. So this guy's still building shit. I really didn't slow him down too much besides a D-bomb, which I think was from his teammate. I don't know. I go to try and rage this warthog, which I didn't realize I must have still been in the D-bomb because it barely let me do that. I start upgrading my supply pads because I'm like, well, shit. I think Doom tells me to actually upgrade my rage, which was a good call. I don't have blades, which is horrible on my part. I'm seeing more warthogs, so I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm like, these guys are really stalling me. I'm really wasting a lot of money doing this rage. But I said, whatever. Not even raging when I want to rage. And it turns out that they actually end up ramming me and killing my leader, which is really gay. So I'm in here just trying to do work. I see this this warthog. I think this was the one that actually ended up killing me. Yeah, he just rammed me right there. So I don't have shit building on that other base. I look like a fucking retard because I'm not keeping up with it. Doom tells me to take those two suicides because I'm a moron to the second base because I didn't set my rally point. Those would have been very useful. I build a shield because he has warthogs. They could be coming at any moment. I have my scout in the middle. I start rebuilding my leader immediately because honestly I wouldn't have done that, but it was the right call to make because of warthogs. I have my scout in the middle to see when they are coming if they do. I'm trying to just upgrade my supply pads at this point so I can economy-wise keep up with the both of them or do my best to. And it turns out to be fucking hilarious because I send these two suicides over and I'm expecting warthogs to come out of nowhere, ram them, kill them, and be on the way to my second base and the fight be on my side. Nope, that shit doesn't happen. I come over, I actually catch this base building, and I'm like, oh shit, suicide. So I'm trying to upgrade my second base, and it was hilarious, but I ended up dropping this base too. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm freaking out. I still have one suicide there. I end up sending my scout there as well, trying to upgrade my main too, so I can really get the ball rolling. At this point, I'm like, wow, they don't have a second base. I'm like, they can't really have too much. I have my arbiter out. I sent him over to this base as well. At this point, I'm just fucking winging it. Like, I'm just like, yeah, you know, anything could happen. But it's starting to look considerably good. Doesn't look great, but it looks good. Have my second base upgraded. I decide to upgrade that supply pad, build a summit. Trying to keep up with their money. Gotta remember, they only have one base, so right now I could potentially be ahead of them. Now I believe I wait to get blades because I don't have blades. I put the one suicide into the base and then they blow it up, which is awesome. They really could have made it last because I didn't know that my arbiter was right there. So I get blades, build a summit, and then build a supply pad. I think I build another supply pad right here too, so I don't keep looking at my base. I realize this base is being built. Try and send my scout to keep them busy. My arbiter does not want to go into glitch rage. Here he goes. And I ended up just coming in and just being like, what's up? I got a big cock. So I rage this fucking base down. As I'm raging everything else, they destroy it. I'm like, yes. I'm just raging everything. I got the money too. And then I ended up seeing that tank, and it caught my attention because, you know, I didn't see it next to this base, so it kept me wondering, well, what the fuck's going on with that tank? So right now I'm kind of looking around. I'm like, wow, I can't find that tank. So I think it was a good call that I built a shield on my main, but now that I think about it, I feel like I shouldn't have, because I never went to my main. I don't know. It just made me feel more secure at the time. I come over here, I'm like, oh shit, second base. So I rage this down. At this point, they fucking hate me because they can't get a fucking base up at all. And I'm like, oh, they left me all this money too. So at this point, I'm trying to build air while I do all this. Here comes these Marines, everything. I'm trying to collect a little bit of money so I can rage. And then I just avoid the shit out of that grenade throw. They didn't hit me at all. Start raging all his units down. They drop a D-bomb. I move out of it. And this is just hilarious, because then he tries to bring his tanks in to do something. I'm like, dude, you're out of the D-bomb. I'm going to rage you down. So he moves back. So I'm like, alright, no problem. I'll just rage down the rest of these Marines. So rage all them. Now you gotta remember, like, these guys are probably like, wow, this guy's an asshole. So I move over. They still didn't take that base. So I'm trying to just hang out for a second. Now I'm moving back because I have the money. Trying to stay out of that D-bomb, so I want to work my way to the back if I can. Still building air a little bit at a time, but trying to keep my money nice so that I can rage if needed. They did not build this base. I'm like, wow. So Doom says go to that other base. Another thing that I wouldn't have done, but it was a very nice call in the end, because they ended up taking that second base too. This D-bomb's about to be up. I don't know why those tanks didn't kick rocks, because they don't have canny. I'm about to come in and rage everything this guy loves. I take down the tank. He starts healing the other one. Take that 1-star. He's probably pissed. He moves right out of the heal, trying to, you know, micro me. I just end up killing that. He drops another D-bomb in hopes to save that tank. Doesn't save shit. Leaves me all this money. Correction, they did not build a second base there, but they ended up taking that second base. So I'm like, wow, these guys are really just... They love giving me money. They love dropping money and wasting money. I'm like, at this point, I'm really thinking like, wow, I could really do something here. I upgrade that supply pad, and I'm like, they don't have a second base. I upgrade this supply pad, so now I'm at par with what's going on. I have a good considerable amount of money. I'm really starting to double pump good.
Local units.
I'm just collecting all this money. I'm like, fuck it. Nothing could be too far built if they did take a second base, where the first one I caught building with those 2 suicides was. And right now, I'm just trying to not spend all my money in case I do run into something. So I come over here. Doomhammer's like, dude, you have free reign right now. He's like, they don't even have any D-bombs. You could just go over and rage everything. My guy doesn't want to go into glitch run. Then I do. And just as I'm trying to pull away, my Arbiter decides to rage that Warthog. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So I rage run over to the second base, thinking that it's built. And it turns out that it's not. They didn't build it, so I'm like, oh, this is great. So I come over, still trying to build air. Have a nice amount of money to rage run. I start rage running, and I come over. Nothing's really built. I don't really see anything. So at which point I go to the back, and I think this is close to where they ended up resigning. Yeah, I bring my air in, and they ended up just pretty much resigning. Just as a quick note, click the Philly 215 watermark in the bottom right hand corner, guys. It's about to pop up right now, all sexy like. That'll take you right to my channel, where you can check out all my other videos. Pretty much right here, I just ended up raging down his vehicle depot, because he has 4 reactor power. He could be going for not canny, for PT right now. So I rage it down just because, you know, I'm worried. He never ended up healing those supply pads, so that was an easy kill. I pretty much destroyed 2 heavy supply pads right there. He resigned. Rage all this guy's warthogs. He's fucking mad as shit. He resigns too. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Keep posted for episode 2 of me just kicking ass 2v1. Alright, peace! So this one, I think I ended up spotting this guy that I drove right past, and he was sniping, so he didn't even realize I turned around, ran him over, and then I ended up chasing and mowing this guy down too. Oh yeah! Next one.